What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. I hope you guys are happy and healthy and having a good day wherever you're watching this, wherever and whenever. Today we're reviewing another beer. It's another double IPA. Now this is Doublethink by Pig&Porter, who are a brewery based in Tunbridge Wells in Kent. So that's not too far away from East Sussex, so they're not too far away from me. I believe they've got like a tap room and that kind of thing, which a lot of breweries do. But yeah, pioneers of craft, as most of the beer brewers that I review on here are. So we'll give a little bit of a backstory again, as we always do to these beers. So we've got on the back here it says "Good beer every can," which is a nice mantra to live by. And it says as well, a big juicy double IPA created to avoid extreme bitterness and excessive sweetness. Huge flavours and aromas, but deceptively drinkable and refreshing. Now, in terms of the hops, although it doesn't say it on the can, I have got it here from their Untapped page that says the updated recipe for 2021 is a juicy double IPA with balanced bitterness, dry hopped with Sabro, Citra, US Comet and Simcoe. Now, Sabro, Citra and Simcoe I really enjoy as hops. I just have found in general, now I haven't tried the hops separately, I couldn't tell you particularly the difference, but whenever I have IPAs, craft beers, IPAs, double IPAs, New England IPAs, anything like that, I've looked from enough times looking at the backs of the cans and looking at what the hops are in that. I've just noticed that the ones that I particularly enjoy have those in there. So I'm by no means a hops sort of expert, but that's what I've just noticed by sort of drinking a lot of craft beers, basically, if you're wondering where I sort of got that from. But yeah, we are looking at 8.6%. So it is a fairly strong one. I think it is actually, for now at least, the strongest beer I've reviewed on this channel. So in terms of units, I don't actually think it says it on the back. It is vegan though. Let me try and do the maths for that. That shouldn't actually be too hard. I think it's about 3 units. No, so I beg your pardon, it's actually more than that. It's nearly 4 actually, I think. Someone who does better maths than me could probably tell me what it is, or I'll flash it somewhere on screen. But yeah, quite a lot. So as I always say, it makes me cringe when I say it, but you always don't drink and drive. Don't go driving after you've had, especially one of these. Basically, it's just what I try to say. It's just a strong one. Anyway, I'm waffling a little bit, so I think we should crack this open and give it a quick smell. Ooh, okay. Still got the kind of classic IPA smell. Not so fruity though, but it smells quite creamy. It's a double IPA, so oh, look at that. Look at that, not thick at all. It looks almost like a lager or a golden ale that I'm pouring out. Sorry, you guys, my hands are covering that. That to me really looks like just an ordinary sort of can of Euro lager that you pick up in the supermarket. That really wasn't what I was expecting. Not that it's a bad thing. I'll give it another pour. Look at that, the head's not too foamy either, not foamy at all. Wasn't, as I say, wasn't what I was expecting, but not a bad thing at all. Now, in terms of beer head, that's nothing to do with my pouring. That is definitely a head that dissipates quite quickly. As I say, I can see pretty well through it. I can see all my fingers separated out. So we're looking at not necessarily thin in flavour, but thin in sort of viscosity, I suppose. Give it another smell, because I wasn't getting a huge amount. It's quite floral. Definitely floral, but not juicy, I'd say, is the best way to put it. But as I say, it's got all the hops in it that I enjoy, so I'm sure I will enjoy it. Give it a sip. Okay, so let's. Okay, so in terms of the actual flavour, what I got immediately was just quite a sharp bitter flavour. Now, it's funny that on the can it says that it's not trying to be too bitter or too sweet. I definitely got some bitterness, and it's quite a sweet beer, so maybe it was just trying to go for a middle blend but not eliminate the bitterness or the sweetness. It's I'm going to give it another sip because, as I said, it smelt floral, but I'm not sure it really tasted it. Yeah, it's just kind of like a sharp bitterness on the tongue, but it's balanced with a sweet. I would say it's quite unique in flavour. It doesn't taste out of the ordinary. Someone had a blindfold on you and gave you this beer and said, what kind of beer is it? Is it a double IPA? You probably would say yes. It's a little bit boozy actually on the tongue, a little bit boozy. I know sometimes I say you wouldn't expect to, you wouldn't think it was 8% on some of the higher ABV beers that I've had reviewed, but this one I feel like you definitely would. I can definitely taste that it's quite strong. As I say, it's not really to its detriment, but in terms of the flavour, perhaps it just wasn't what I was expecting. To avoid extreme bitterness and excessive sweetness. But it's funny that's, as I say, that's exactly what I got from it. Not disappointing, but just perhaps wasn't what I was expecting. As you guys have probably seen in the previous reviews that I've had, some of the beers just aren't always what I was expecting. Some of them don't deliver. It's not really. I'm sure you don't come here to expect me to be wowed every single time. I'm sure that would get quite boring. So for this one, I still think it's a good, really good standalone double IPA. I think I was perhaps just expecting something different from the sweetness and the hoppiness, bitterness, sorry, and that's all that I really got. So I still think it's a nice drinkable beer. So in terms of what I'm going to give it out of 5, I'm still going to give it a 3.75. I still think it's really, really well made. A lot of effort put into it. Really like the fact that Pig and Porter aren't a million miles away from me, and as always, take pride in craft brewery. No, it's not got the most sort of artistic can, but there's something that I quite like about a minimalist can, and it's a nice sort of textured sticker as well for the can. So yeah, it's not a bad double IPA at all. It's just if you like tasting the alcohol in a beer and that sort of thing. Or perhaps if you don't like extreme bitterness or sweetness, just to understand you're still going to get it with this IPA. Sorry, someone yelling outside my house, but not at me, don't worry. Anyway, I think it's best to sort of crack on. If you guys did like this, if you've tried this or beer or any other beers by Pig and Porter, I'm quite intrigued to try more of their beers. I'm intrigued to eventually go to their tap room if I can. So please let me know if you guys enjoyed this review. As I said, if you tried that, or if there's any other double IPAs or any beers at all that you think I can get my hands on, let me know and I'll be sure to give them a try. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you want to subscribe, you can, to watch more videos just like this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.